there, welcome to round 3 at the Beaver State Fling. This is the back 9. My name's Madison Walker.
My name's Paige Pierce.
And we're gonna talk to you guys today through the round. Hope you like it.
So if you tuned into the front 9 coverage, you saw that it's just starting to get long. We just finished on the Genius hole, so we're on to hole 10 right now. Quite a few par 4s coming up.
This one has a lot of OB. It's a road all the way down the right side, and it is tricky. There's a big branch hanging off the tree that's kind of tough to get around. You can throw a big hyzer out there, but you want to bite off as much as you can so you can maybe try to approach the island on your second shot.
That's exactly what I was doing here. It actually was a little too much that I got a little nervous for sure.
Oh my God, you're lucky.
But I'm super stoked with that lie for sure.
Oh my God.
That island green's really tough to hit from an approach, so you want to get as close as you can.
It's really easy to turn one over on that side. That never makes it back, but it is nice to use the road to skip across. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if that could have been any closer.
Yeah. Yeah, that happens to a lot of people. Everyone calls it the death curve.
That was Val's Surge, and this is Hokom with a Firebird.
Wow, I haven't seen that route. Was that on purpose?
I'm not sure if it was or not. It just started raining, so it might have been a little bit of an early release.
You mean grip lock? It was forehand.
Oh, well, whatever. I don't know disc golf terms. Anyway, she played the left side the whole way down, so.
Yeah, that would be a good move for a forehand, I guess. You don't have to play with skipping into the road on accident. Yeah, this island is teeny tiny. There's a little OB quote-unquote river, I guess, in the front that you can't land in between the island and the initial play area. It's narrow, so you can easily skip off the back as well into the parking lot. It's tough.
Hokom stays on the left side. She plays this hole quite a bit differently than us, not worrying about the road at all.
It's very common right there to see the second shot a little layup instead of playing aggressively, especially in the rain. That's probably the smart move.
Val with her always perfect upshot with her challenger.
And Paige with the jump putt, that's impressive. You don't see that very much from the women's field, or ever.
Hokom with the Prowler. That one got quite a bit of action on the green, but luckily it stayed safe, and she'll be looking at a tap in. Catrina will also have a tap in.
Ooh, that's a scary putt.
It is, for sure.
Yeah, there's a couple of these small islands at Milo where you always kind of feel like you're throwing a death putt. Hokom makes it look easy with the windshield wipers in the background.
People sitting in the cars, not one to watch. We actually had a really big gallery this round.
That's surprising.
Yeah, it was awesome though. We had this one guy who was cheering for every shot. 5-foot putts, accidental rollers, freaking grip locks. He was just so happy to be there. It was fun. It was like we were all like energized from it.
That's funny. Everyone on my card just kept talking about how they wanted to leave.
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty miserable.
So we're on to hole 11 now, which is another par 4. This one's pretty tough. You want to stay on the left side as long as possible, all the way down, really. You got those huge, what kind of trees?
I think they're fir trees. Maybe.
All the way down the right side, so you want to stay out of those no matter what. They pretty much...
They close off the fairway entirely.
Yeah, you're not getting a stroke back if you land in there.
And you cannot go through them. Maybe over the top, but I would never recommend that. You definitely want to hyzer out to the left. There is a parking lot on the left, so you don't want to hyzer out too much. But you want to be right in that area. The farther you get, the more of a chance that you'll have a look at the green from there, but because it kind of wraps way far down to the right, if you don't bite off enough, you have to basically take 2 shots to even have a look at the green.
Yeah, and you definitely want to be more left. The more left, the better. Almost out of bounds is good. Over by that tree you can see with the umbrella and the trash can.
There is a route over there if you accidentally torque one, but it's definitely not a gimme route or a local route or anything you want to mess with. But it's there, and sometimes it works.
Val with her signature thresher. She was loving this thing all weekend, throwing it so well. Nice flight for her.
Nice.
Pretty much exactly where you want to be. If she was a little farther, a little more left, she would be even more happy. I wish I had her sidearm for this approach.
This is a great hole to have a sidearm like that. Although it's still pretty far to be able to get a putt. It's 690 and it plays like 690. You have to do 2 pretty much perfect 350-foot drives to get even close. And they are definitely, you have to work the disc a lot.
Val hit a little bit of the shrubbery on the right there, but she got through. She'll have an easy up and down. Catrina had a driver in her hand on this one, so she was trying to...
She's going for it.
Yeah, definitely going for it with the high anhyzer.
Did it work?
No, it hyzered out a little too early. It didn't hold as long as she wanted, for sure. I'm throwing my Lucid Truth here on an anhyzer as well.
Ooh, held for a little bit.
And mine kind of did the same thing as Cass, but since it was a mid-range, it didn't get quite the hyzer finish that she did.
This basket's up under a tree, so there is a little bit of a low ceiling putt, but not anything too bad. The river is deep behind the basket, but that doesn't really come into play at all. But it's nice to look at while you're over there.
Yeah. If you get a little too aggressive on your approach, you could overturn it and end up in the river, but I didn't see it at all this week.
Actually, I guess in my first round, I watched somebody throw into the river.
You did?
Yeah.
This was just outside the circle. I used the little red string they had.
Ooh, huge. Falling putt.
It was outside the circle.
Oh, no umbrella putt this time.
Not this hole. Over under how many times she does it?
What are we at so far, 2?
I'll do an over under bet with you on how many times Hokom parks her yellow approach disc.
Okay.
I'm gonna say at least, what hole are we on? Hole 12?
Yeah.
I'm going at least 3 more times.
I'll go over.
Well, no, I said at least.
Oh.
That means I went over. How does this work? Okay. This is hole 12. Back on track. 400 feet. It's another island hole. This one's almost reachable.
Almost.
But a lot of us are pretty much just gonna land short and go for a jump putt across the OB.
You want to kind of put your drive out to the right, because if you put it straight, you land behind that low ceiling tree right there. And, oh, nice shot. And it makes for the approach a lot harder because you're trying to keep it low, but you might land in the street. So, were you trying to go for it?
No, I was not, actually. So, that was cool.
You're so lucky. God.
Thank you, FollowFlight Trigger. Yeah, I actually meant that to be a high stolly hyzer. Not only did I early release, but it was flat instead of hyzered.
Oh, and then I just accidentally parked it. Whoops. Yeah, where Hokom's ending up is you have to throw underneath those low branches. And, I mean, some people make it look easy, but I personally am not a fan of that shot. I do what Kat just did, put it way out wide.
This is the smart play 100%. Mm-hmm. It gets you a putt. That came up a little shorter than she wanted. I'm not sure if she was trying to get it that short, but you know, if you're about 40 feet farther than where she just landed, you have a jump putt across the road. I actually saw Hokom make one the previous round.
Smart.
Great shot, and she will have that jump putt we were talking about. Oh, here's the yellow disc. Ooh. Parked it.
Nice.
There's one. I think it's a jokery from Pro Discus.
I think it is a joker, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
This island's nice because it doesn't have a curb on the front side, so you can kind of use the road and slide up there.
Absolutely.
Definitely better to error low.
Val laid that up. I was surprised by that. She's such a good putter.
Feeling the rain. Oh, umbrella putt, maybe?
Maybe.
Maybe.
We got a few tap-ins here. And we got Mike Downs in the background, PDG.
Working hard. Looking cashy.
Taking some pics for the magazine.
It's impressive to see people out there with their camera gear, Jomez.
With the
in that
Ziploc
rain.
bags.
Making it work.
Keep them dry. Keep them dry. On to hole 12 now. This is one of the harder par 3s in my personal opinion.
Yes, it is hard.
That danger, the biggest danger is that tree on the left of the basket, just short.
This is one of those shots where you'd think with 455 that you'd be able to get up there, but there's not really like a good flight pattern. You can kind of work an S shot, backhand S shot, but you have to have some distance because that tree on the right will catch you if you don't put it far enough before it starts turning. Paige did exactly what you're supposed to do. Put a little short maybe. Nope, they got her.
Yeah, got me.
Whoops.
Little nose down.
Yeah, I'd say in the women's field that tree on the right is very common to get caught up in.
Yeah, and that second shot, you know, when the hole's almost over, you're only 40 feet from the basket, and then you land in that big fir tree, you're not super stoked.
Which surprisingly, there's some room under that thing. It's almost like a tent more than a block.
Yeah, but if you come up on the backside of it, you have nothing.
Yeah.
Automatically it adds 2 strokes.
Well, it looks all nice and sunny there. Light breeze, partly cloudy.
I think I'm about to take my undershirt off. Like it, I remember it started getting really hot.
Woo woo.
Ugh. Gosh. It was a thermal.
Yeah, it was going from really cold and rainy to really warm and sunny and hot.
Blue skies, sun's out.
I like watching Hokom play this hole. She definitely is taking routes that I have not seen anyone else take.
She meant that to go a little bit wider. As you can see, she aligned it in the back of the tree.
You can't see yet, but that basket's right behind the big tree. Ooh,
that was my worst. Yes, absolute shank. That was so bad. So
not
bad.
even close.
I know, Madison. I know.
That looks like a great shot from Val.
Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful approach by Val yet again.
You can see the muddy, puddly greens. They were like that pretty much all the way down the fairways too. We were good and soggy out there.
Catrina will have a nice easy tap in for that. Par.
Forced to lay up. Bummer.
Prowler.
Up close and personal. She was coming for the ankles. Oh my God, you would.
I let out an audible woo on that putt.
You would make one from there.
It was inside the circle, but I don't know why. I'm a flat putter and I had to put it on a hyzer. It's weird.
This is a pretty little protected green. There's not a lot of wind back here. Not a lot of things you need to worry about except for just the shrubs around the edge, but everything's nice and safe and easy, calm. You can hear the river still.
It's a great sound to hear when you're playing disc golf.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when it's the Clackamas.
The ice cold Clackamas. After this nice little walk in the park, we're moving on to the only par 5 course. And also
Stay tuned.
almost impossible to 5.
Welcome back. We're on hole 14. Thanks again to the PGA and Dynamic Disc for making this possible, and of course Jomez. This is, like Madison said, the only par 5. It's so hard. Not because of how long it is, but it's just
the way the trees are.
You have to place your shot, like one bad shot and you're getting a bogey.
You have to throw max distance drives, or like pretty far drives, and also place them perfectly, or else you're donezo.
I was really happy with this tee shot, and then I get up there and I'm still like,
nothing.
whoa.
Yeah, this tee shot, you want to do kind of a turnover. If you turn over early, you don't have anything, and if you don't turn over enough, you land under those trees over there where Cat kind of is right now. It's not bad over there. You definitely have a look, but you want to kind of wrap the corner a little bit more if you can.
Yeah.
It's a tough shot. It's uphill a little bit too, over a little hill, so it's rough.
Val's looking for this to hyzer out a tiny bit. Just got straight down, so that's not bad, but she definitely wanted a little bit more left finish, but anywhere in the fairway is workable.
You're pretty much doing 3 to 4 distance drives on this hole. It's not just like a par 5 where you don't have to think about every shot. It's crazy how in depth you really get and how many different ways you can go. So this next shot, you want to kind of hang it out over the right side and finish at left as much as possible, because we're going to kind of hang back to the right where the basket is down that way. There's a big fir tree and a big some other kind of tree.
Katrina goes roller.
Wow.
And uses the left side of the fairway.
Did it work?
I actually think the left side is more forgiving, and you have
It's
so
open.
much more air
Opener.
to use. Opener, yes. Did I say opener?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Is the road over there out of bounds?
No.
Okay, I thought it was in play. Oh, I thought that was around it. Yeah, once you get around those 2 trees, if you can finish left, you definitely have some options. The fairway opens up a lot more.
So a little tighter than I wanted. It caught a few branches and just knocked me down, but short grass is good, and I got some forward progress, and that's kind of what we're all going for. Hokom's lining up a sidearm now again.
Here's where the fairway starts to turn back to the right a little bit, and the basket will be down this way straight. You can see the girls in front of them throwing towards it. It looks like she was a little bit tight, but it's actually not too bad over there if you wrap a little too tight. Nice little field of daisies on the left. Yep.
Katrina going with her 3rd roller in a row. She's going for a big roller this time, trying to get way up there. But it cuts a little early, and she's gonna be, it's still really good placement, honestly, but she was hoping for a birdie, and that kind of takes that out of play.
Oof.
Yeah.
Not a bad place to be for a sidearm.
Yeah, it looked like her line was great, just a little low, didn't give it enough time in the air.
It's really hard to tell on film just what this hole is bringing to the table. Yeah. It's a really wide fairway with just, like I said, a million options.
But none are easy.
None are easy at all. And then once you get up by the basket about where we are now, it's low ceiling again. Mm-hmm. The green is very guarded. There's trees blocking it straight, right and left. Once you get into the green, it's a little dip. It's a little more protected, but it's hard to get in there. Ooh, good skip.
Yeah, quite a big skip for sure.
It's a lot of the putts that you'll have in this green will be obstructed or will be awkward straddles.
Here's our yellow one. Yellow one.
Parked?
Duh.
Oh my lord. That's 2.
Val with her jawbreaker roach that today we were talking about, and she called him Papa Roach. Fun fact.
So dumb. La cucaracha?
Yeah.
What's that for, 5?
That was for a 5, yes.
I was excited. I got a putt for 5 both rounds on this hole. Big D.
Yeah, I was telling Madison, I think it's a hole that I will never have a birdie putt on. Never. It's just, you have to throw 4 incredible shots.
It's the tee shot that really takes off the most of your distance ability. Once you get around the corner, it's a little easier, but that tee shot, the first and second shots. Is it all 6s besides you?
I believe so, yes. We will find out right here.
That's pretty common in the women's field, 6s. I even hear lots of girls say that they don't mind if they get a 7 on this hole. It's just, if you can't throw over 300, you're going to be struggling. And that's pretty common in the women's field.
But then you get a nice break on hole 15, only 400 feet, and you can actually see the basket. No dog legs,
Wide
nothing,
open straight.
just dead straight. Who can throw the straightest and about 370 feet and try to get a putt?
Even if you do hyzer in too early or crash right into the trees, it's still a pretty easy up and down from there. You always generally can find a stance. So you don't really have too much to worry about here. Dang, what up, big arm? You won't see many women parking it like that.
Catrina with her D1. Pretty similar flight to my shot,
Nice.
which was a bio enforcer.
This basket is up, like you can see, a little bit elevated up on an anthill, so it is a little nervy to putt on because you can get the elevated basket woes, but it's a pretty gentle one. It's got a little flat landing zone on top as well.
Hokom up with yet another sidearm. She has so much power in her sidearm. It's something that is so incredible to
The fact that
watch.
she can get a putt on this hole throwing sidearm is just insane.
Yeah.
400-foot sidearm. Wow. That's so cool.
Val throwing Papa Roach up there. A nice Anheuser. And Sarah
kinda
with
high.
a birdie look.
Holy cow, that is so cool. That's impressive.
Yeah, she wasn't happy with that. And I looked at her, I said, Sarah, it's set. You're good, dude. You're good.
It's stressful on that ant mound.
Yeah. This is also really stressful because you can see the gallery building in the back. That's actually for the lead men's card. The two courses intersect right here, so we had a huge gallery. And
They literally cross paths.
yeah, all of us were super nervous with, an extra 100 people watching.
Nice deuce.
Thank you. Hokom for the comebacker for
Yeah.
3.
Good. There's probably a few too many 3 putts on that hole.
Yeah, I mean, if you miss one and it's chain length height wise,
Yep.
you are looking at a
Roller.
tester.
Yeah. It's also probably pretty weird after all the weird straddle putts and blocks and
Is that her
everything.
phone?
Yeah. Text putt.
That's a new one.
Yeah, that is a new one.
I haven't seen that one. All right, so we're on to hole 16. It's one of my favorite holes on this course.
I
for
agree.
sure.
This hole is so cool.
So awesome. The trees you're going through right now are pretty easy to get through, but these next two right here are exactly where you want to throw. So basically
guardian.
anything that misses it, if left, straight, or right.
Is good. Yep. A lot of people, at least in women, they have a tendency to accidentally hyzer out early. You do not want to be over there. It's kind of like so open, your disc can get pretty deep in there and it's really hard to get out. But pretty much you want to get through those 2 trees, get around, and get out in the fairway just like Paige did. That's the M pad over there. If you're landing near that, you're golden.
Yeah, I believe I went up and looked at it and it said it was 280 from the basket. So I'm looking at a 300-foot approach coming up.
That's a great shot.
Katrina with a beautiful line. So
Working
good.
it.
I bet she wishes that was a little higher, but she's still going to have a pretty straightforward shot coming up.
It's still another pretty decent drive from there. It'll probably be, 325?
From where she landed,
Yeah.
probably about 375 or so, yeah.
Yeah, it's another crush. You see that a lot, hitting those trees. It's pretty straightforward and easy out from there as well, but just as long as you don't hyzer left. Oh no. Could she get through?
Does she get through?
Oh, she does.
She does.
Oh, Val got kind
This
of a gnarly.
shot was so pretty. This is her surge. She uses it for her hyzers, but it just clipped just the edge and kind of stayed right on the edge there.
That's a pretty common error on the second shot. Right side. Trying to turn it over into the green, turn it over a little too early. You do not want to do that. There is nothing over there.
Nothing.
But it happens.
Yeah.
It happens when you're trying to play aggressive.
Absolutely. You try to flip it in there, and instead of having something that flips late in the flight, you overcompensate with your wrist and kind of just turn it over, like I did here.
Oh, she probably still gets lucky and rolls up to the basket. Just kidding.
Yeah, wait till you see the luck I get on this one. It comes
Foreshadowing.
back. It always comes back.
It always comes back.
Val, this was one of the prettiest shots of the entire round by any of us. I even heard Jomez crew talk about, wow, did you see that from where she was? They never talk, and I heard that one, so that was cool. I told Val she loved it. She said, that's right.
The silent nights.
Okay, and all I'm thinking on this putt is, worst case scenario is you hit that tree right there and you roll. That was my last thought before I threw that putt.
No, it's still rolling.
Yeah, it went behind me by 40 feet.
No.
Yeah.
Holy cow. This is a really pretty green, but it's definitely dangerous. Very blocked. Downhill. Well, it's slanted more than it looks like on camera. But very pretty. Very well taken care of. That was
Great.
huge.
SloMez!
Look at that braid. Love
Nice. I wonder who did that hair.
it. She's like, that's right.
She liked it.
She liked it.
Catrina with a weird putt, straddle out to the left, and it's uphill.
Typical Milo.
Not a bad putt to miss, honestly. It's really tricky. Val makes putting look pretty easy.
Nice
I
recovery.
will say.
At least this one didn't roll behind you.
I actually thought I missed that one.
I did
was
too,
right
yeah.
side.
Nux.
That shot was awesome.
It was awesome. Oh, Hokom got a 3 on that. I
Yeah.
didn't realize that was a 3. That was awesome.
Yeah, that second shot got all the way pin high.
Dang. That's huge. Huge. That's a tough forehand hole, too.
Absolutely. And this is as well, hole 17. As you can see, it's pretty dead straight, and then it wraps around to the left. So Hokom's
Almost
shot,
horseshoes.
yeah, Hokom's shot's gonna be hyzering away from the basket.
It's a really tight fairway, too. A lot of stuff you can hit on the left and right. It's a pipe.
Just don't be left.
Oh, no. She flipped it.
Oh yeah, it looked like she didn't want to be too far hyzered out, so she tried to turn it over a little bit.
Once you get over there on the left side, there's pretty much nothing you can do. There's no way to get up and down from that point. You pretty much just have to throw out into the open and then throw up to the basket.
Exactly. So it's one thing you want to tell yourself on that tee pad, whatever I gotta do to make sure I don't turn it over.
Make sure you air right. No, you want to turn it over.
What did I say?
Don't turn it over.
My bad.
Well, you made sure to go right.
Hey, I hit that branch. It was on track to be a good, decent shot, I think.
Yeah, if you don't want to too.
Well, how am I gonna two this hole? It's 450 feet.
I almost do it. That one's gonna be tough too. Pretty much the only way out of that one's a roller.
I knew what I was at this point and just wanted a 3. And so this was my only
Holy cow.
option.
Was that high enough?
Perfect.
Oh, tombstone. R.I.P.
R.I.P. That's my criminal. Perfect for spike hyzers.
I love watching Hokom throw rollers.
Yeah, that's so fun.
Does she give herself a putt?
She does.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a long putt,
Yeah. Still a look.
but that's all you want, honestly, is to give yourself that opportunity.
Cat going roller too. Sweet. Nice.
A little bit too early.
Yeah, it's hard on that hill.
Val,
Making
with
it
the
look
putter.
easy.
When Val gets the putter in her hand, you guys don't even need to watch. I mean, hey, she's
Deadly.
going to get up and down. I mean, still watch, though, for sure. It's fun. And we are on to the last hole of the third round, hole 18.
Nice and sunny.
Nice and sunny at this point. All of us are ready for food. I think this was a 4-hour round.
Yeah, it was.
Or plus,
it took a while.
over 4 hours.
Yeah,
So
we teed off at around what, 12:30, 12:40?
Yeah, 12:30.
And we thought we would definitely be done by 5. And I mean, long done, but we were still out there somehow.
But once we get to this tee pad, we are stoked to see the end is in sight. There's 2 different gaps on this one. You can either go left of this bush you're seeing or right. There is OB on this hole on the right, farther than the guy in the stroller. The guy in the stroller. Yeah. The guy
Was
pushing
there a
the
guy
stroller.
in there?
Yeah, hey, maybe.
Pushing his friend.
But the gaps are really a preference thing. Both work well. It's just what is your strength, hyzer or anhyzer?
This one you want to make sure if you go the hyzer route that you don't throw it too far like Val just did. You can get through there, but it'll block your shot up a lot. You definitely don't want to turn over right. You want to try to crash your hyzer in a little bit earlier. I didn't know you went that way.
Yeah, I go anhyzer with my Overstable mid, the verdict, and it hooks back up through the gap and gives me about a 60-footer or so.
Nice. Hokom will definitely take the forehand route on the left. It's a really nice forehand route for sure. Very friendly.
She kind of landed a little bit behind that tree, but she should still have it very easy up and down. Catrina goes hyzer as well as Val. I believe that's an X2.
And she makes the gap where you're supposed to a little bit shorter.
Ooh, yellow disc. Come on, I'm counting on you, Hokom.
Oh!
Little short.
Yeah. She'll make that putt though, right?
Oh, we'll have to wait and see.
Spoiler.
I laid up.
Lame.
Yeah. Jacko told me, don't get greedy.
Yeah, this one doesn't look too scary, but it definitely goes downhill. Nice putt. Definitely goes downhill a little bit if you airball she-gown.
Absolutely. My nerves were kicking at this point.
And more boring tap-ins from the lead ladies card. Just kidding.
Hey, we love tap-ins.
Nope, those drives were impressive. Yep, you can tell everyone's kind of happy to go.
Get some dry shoes on.
Get some food.
Actually, I think my shoes stay dry.
Maybe
that
visit the beer truck.
day. Maybe. Try a pine bender from Nate and Val.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us on round 3 at Milo. There's still another round to come, and it's exciting to watch. So please come back and hang out with us.
Yeah, see how it finishes up. And once again, thank you so much to Jomez crew and PDJ and Dynamic Disc for sponsoring this coverage.
Making it happen.
Make sure you come back and see what happens.
And we'll just say tomorrow it's nice and sunny. It'll be good.
Yeah, all day. There
All
wasn't
day.
one drop of rain the whole time. That was awesome.
Catch you guys later.
Okay, bye-bye.